Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just open the second pre-release kit, and we'll see if I get a chance to play any at a later date. I I haven't been able to for a while, so I would imagine I'm not going to be able to, but I like to open, so I'll continue to open, and hopefully I get to play again soon. All right, let's go ahead and open this. So apparently there are some rare spin down dice that you can get. I don't like that direction that they are taking this, but okay. So let's open this up and see if I get the rare spin down dice. If I don't, I'm not buying another one. Just for that. Alright. I do like spin downs, but not that much. I mean, you could just get the bigger ones, so. Alright, let's see what happens. Nope. But I did get the black one here, which is different than the green one, so that's cool. I like that. Nice. Alright. Get better focus on it. Focus. Won't focus with my glaring white arms. I didn't turn the lights out and put the studio lights. You know what? Let's do that real quick. Pause. Unpause. Okay, let's see if that's better. Oh, wrong one. No, not really. There we go. Kind of. Alright, cool. Anyways, that's the spin down. I did not get the rare one. Oops. Too bad, so sad. Alright, let's see. Did I get a good promo this time? Nope. Let's see here. It is the Vran Executioner Thane. It's a nice include in your Aristocrats deck, but it only does it once a turn. Now, mind you, in Commander, you can activate that once every turn, so it's not just your turn, right? This ability triggers only once each turn, so I mean that's better, but yeah, it's not great. Not great. All right. Same thing. You get the divider there. You get the little insert. But let's go ahead and open up these packs. So let's see what I would have done with this deck. I probably would not have played the Vran's Executioner Thane, but we'll take a look at it. We'll see. And I think I really am going to do that video that I was talking about on the last pre-release kit, where I will go ahead and I will build decks and kind of show you guys what I would have built had I actually opened this at the pre-release. So far, I am not sure because I am not just automatically building around my promo for any reason. If it happens to fill in, because I mean it's a bear. It's a 2-drop 2/2 that could possibly gain me some life and drain some life once a turn. So I mean it's possible it gets played if I'm in black, but it doesn't make me really want to go black. All right, let's keep an eye on these uncommons that are about to pop up, and those are more of a signpost of what direction I would be going in. All right, Terramorphic Expanse. All right, keep that in mind. Thrumming Bird. Okay, yep. Gives me ideas. Unnatural Restoration, decent. Bilious Gold Dweller. Death Touch, Toxic 1. It is a Phyrexian insect. All right. Miglaz the Maze Crusher. A green-red. And so, yeah, it definitely kind of pushes you in that direction because this is a solid card. And I'm excited to have the this version of it. Very cool. Very cool. I'll take that. Green or forest, and then a drone token. All right, let me take a quick look at this here. All right, so Miglaz Maze Crusher enters the battlefield with 5 oil counters on it. Remove an oil counter from Miglaz. It gains Vigilance and Menace until the end of turn for 1 mana. Pay 2 mana, remove 2 oil counters. He gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And pay 3, remove 3 oil counters. And he can destroy a target artifact or enchantment. So pretty good, pretty good. He's a 3-drop 4/4 to begin with, you know, so even that, even just that's pretty good. All right, so okay, all right, leaning green red. It wouldn't force me into green red, but leaning green red, I had a decent remove target permanent card from your graveyard to your, or return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand, proliferate for unnatural restoration. That's solid. Thrumming Bird is nice at uncommon, but so far green red I think is winning. But one pack in, let's keep going. Real possibility, solid red card. Stinging Hive Master, Mesmerizing Dose, the Borg. Leonin Lightbringer, Maze's Mental, the Hunter's Maze, all right, some more cards pushing me green. Plague Nurse, all right. Okay. Can we focus on that, please? On the Plague Nurse? Maybe it just really doesn't want to. Plague Nurse. Toxic 2. 3/4 for 4 mana. Each other creature you control with Toxic gains Toxic 1 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Alright. Aspirant's Ascent. Volshock Splitter. Atraxa's Skitterfang. Okay, alright. Feed the Infection. You draw 3 cards, you lose 3 life. And then the Corrupted, each opponent has 3 or more permanent counters, loses 3 life. Paladin of Predation. Okay, yeah, yep, I think it is pushing us. Ooh, okay, Mind Splice Apparatus. Alright, so Flash, at the beginning of your upkeep, put an oil counter on Mind Splice Apparatus, and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each oil counter on Mind Splice Apparatus. So if I was to go blue-red, that'd be a solid include, but it doesn't really force me there. And then Infectious Inquiry, decent card for limited. Swamp. Poison counter token. Anyways, you guys know what that looks like. All right, so still looking at green red. Keep in mind that when I build these decks, I have a process that I go through where I lay them all out and like figure out what direction I want to go in. So by the time the video comes around where I talk about the deck I built, we may be in a completely different deck. Vanish into Eternity, decent for limited. A Lattice Blade Mantis. Molten Rebuke. Cutthroat Centurion. Vivisurgeon's Insight. Basilica Skull Bomb. Plague Nurse again. Again, it doesn't really want to focus on Plague Nurse. Interesting. Probably just a coincidence, but still interesting. Dune Mover. Woolshack Splitter. Getting some duplicates here. Uncut Unctus Retrofitter. Swooping Lookout. Okay, all right. That's a solid card. Could encourage me to go white, but I haven't had a whole lot else. Well, there's some decent removal with the instant speed removal. Mount the Monumental Facade. Oh, Cacophony Scamp is another red card that really kind of pushes me into green-red. Proliferate, yeah. Okay, and then this, the Monumental Facade, enters the battlefield with 2 oil counters on it. Tap, add colorless, remove an oil counter from Monumental Facade, put an oil counter on target artifact or creature you control, activate. So if I do the green-red oil counter deck, yeah, this definitely goes in it. Nice. Phyrexian Swamp. Like those. Oh, what is this? Interesting. A Phyrexian golem that looks a bit like Karn. Fun. I like that. What's that from? I'm gonna have to figure out what card makes this, because it's a token legendary artifact creature. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I remember that from the spoilers. All right. I'll have to look into seeing what that comes from. Is it one of the planeswalkers that makes that? Volt Charge, Whisper of the Dross, Ichor Synthesizer, Orthodoxy Enforcer, Branch Blight Stalker, Kuldotha Cackler, Dune Mover. One more time. Okay, let's just move on. Anoint with Affliction, Sinew Dancer. All right, Surgical Skull Bomb. Interesting. Okay, this kind of pushes me to blue-white. Cephalid Sentry. Building it, I may consider it, but green-red is looking pretty solid. I may even build 2 decks just to say, I mean, especially if they have no cross colors. Like, have you ever done that at a pre-release where you take the thing and you're like, wow, these decks are pretty much both good, and then you build them both, and then you start with one and then switch to another one and really kind of throw your opponents off? A little fun. I mean, you know, it hasn't resulted in me winning a pre-release, but it's fun. I think I may try that. Cephalid Sentry, Bladed Ambassador. Oh yeah. Okay, blue-white. Looking solid. Oh, Geth, Thane of Contracts. Okay, I haven't seen you yet. Other creatures you control get -1, -1. A 3-drop 3/4 that gives your other creatures -1, -1. That's not great. Okay, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains, if this creature would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. Activate only as a sorcery. So it returns cards from your graveyard, but they all get -1, -1. You'd have to have some big boys in this deck to make this worthwhile. I don't know that that's limited playable. But I mean, it kind of does play in with the death trigger from the threat, the Executioner Thane. So if I did want to do that, so far, even with 2 rares, black is looking like my weakest color in this pre-release kit. Ichor Synthesizer, Orthodoxy Enforcer, Branch Blight Stalker, Kuldotha Cackler, right, Gulping Scrap Trap, Restvine Cultivator, another solid green card for that green-red deck. Planar Disruption, another pretty decent card for white. Enchanted permanents can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Similar to cards we've seen before, but it can target planeswalkers, which is relevant in this set. The Hunter's Maze, again. Solid utility land for drawing some cards in my green-red deck. Necrosquito, I like that. That's a fun name. Porcelain Zealot, blue is still looking really good, or blue-white is still looking pretty good too. Necrogen Communion. Oh, Koth. Look at you, Koth. Ah, so this is the what if they, Koth had been completed too. We know he hasn't, but what if, and this is what he'd look like. That's pretty cool looking. The card is not great, but is it good and limited? Let's see. Search your library for a basic mountain card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. +2. So it helps you get your mountains, but I mean, at this point you have 4. you know, or if you're in red green. But it just puts it in your hand, so it's not even like ramp. And then -3, cause fire of resistance, deals damage to target creature equal to the number of mountains you control, but it's target creature. So, I mean, that's good. Creature removal is always solid for a planeswalker, but and then you get an emblem with whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under your control, this emblem deals 4 damage to any target. So that's solid too. If you, this is more of a mono red card, and it's not really that great in limited, I don't think. Although removal is always nice. So I could see putting it in just to have a removal, another removal in green red, but so maybe, it's a maybe, it's a maybe. All right, Koth. Fire of resistance. Solid card for pulling though. Is that foil? Nice. Dark Slick Shores foil. Very, very cool. You know, I wouldn't keep it because I have the expedition versions of these cards, but that's a solid pull. You know, if anybody's looking for a foil, Dark Slick Shores, let me know. Swamp. And then Phyrexian Horror, Trample Haste. Very cool. All right, so, oh yeah, but going back to, you know, I'm building a deck here. Blue-black is definitely not where I'm looking to build, so that Dark Slick Shores is probably not great for the sealed pool. Nice pool in general, but not great for the sealed pool. All right, and then last pack. Indoctrination Attendant. Copper Longlegs. Thrill of Possibility. I still think green red is probably the deck, but I could see building blue white too. Cutthroat Centurion. Mesmerizing Dose. We'll try it one more time. No. Okay. Moving on. Leonin Lightbringer. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Here. Maybe if I move these. I know they're not in the shot, but the camera's zoomed in, so I don't know if it affects the focus at all. Leonin Lightbringer. Rust Vine Cultivator. Flensing Raptor. Basilica Skull Bomb. Again, another Hunter Maze. Resistant Skywarden. You don't want too many tap lands in your deck, though. And another pretty much nail in the coffin of green-red. Cinder / Ravager. Solid card. Another good white uncommon, though. This is Apostle of Invasion. Phyrexian Angel, flying, 6 mana for a 4/4, but as long as an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, Apostle of Invasion has double strike. So, yeah, if you're going for those poison counters and the corruption, if you're trying to do the corruption deck, that's probably better for that. Oh, I'm not done opening the pack. I don't know what I was doing there. All right, so let's get it to focus again. Apostle of Invasion, and hey, Black Cleave Cliffs, solid value card, decent value card, but not going in the deck. And then a Phyrexian Forest, which I'd probably throw in there just for funsies. And then a Rebel token. All right, so yeah. Okay, so that's the end of that. I will build a deck, maybe 2, out of that pre-release kit, and do a video talking about the decks I would have built if I had actually opened these at pre-release. That one is almost assuredly going to be a green-red pre-release kit, but we'll see how that blue-white deck looks too. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good day.